Over 10 years ago, the first series I ever did on this channel was Minecraft Hardcore.
What's going on, guys? My name is Grape Applesauce, and today I would like to start a hardcore Minecraft Let's Play.
So I thought it would be fun to attempt another hardcore series all these years later to see how much Minecraft, well, and my videos have changed over the years. Join me on my adventure for the next 100 days as we try to complete our goals while trying not to die. And believe me, I almost died many times. My goals in these 100 days are as follows: tame 5 pets, get full netherite armor and tools, find an enchanted golden apple, find and clear out a woodland mansion that I later want to transform completely in the next video, so stay tuned for that, defeat a wither boss, and finally defeat the ender dragon. This video took me a lot of time to make, so if you do enjoy this at any point, be sure to smash the like button. It really helps me out. And if you're new around here, be sure to subscribe for more survival videos coming up in the future. And without further ado, so begins the 100 days. So here we are on day 1. It seems I have spawned in the weirdest spawn ever. This is a survival island, but hey, at least there's a donkey here to keep me company. And a giant tree, literally the only tree on this island, so I cut it down, made myself a crafting bench and a boat to get off of this island. I found a sunken ship that I looted, as well as a nether portal that had some stuff in this chest. I went back out to the ocean and found another sunken ship. This time there was a suspicious stew in it. You already know I had to eat that thing up, and of course it gave me poison. Like, are you kidding me right now? You know how people always title their hardcore episodes the best start in hardcore ever? Well, this has got to be the worst start in hardcore ever. But I promise we will come back from this. You can mark my words. I met up with a nice dolphin who took me across the ocean to loot some more sunken ships. I reunited the dolphin with his friend, and I got out my sunken treasure map to try and find this treasure that was right below me. I dug this piece of gravel, and there was our sunken treasure. It had some pretty good stuff. Time to upgrade our tools to some iron ones, as well as getting some armor and some shears to try and get ourselves a bed. We found a sheep, sheared him up, and crafted ourselves a bed, sleeping in it to end day 1. Day 2, we're back out to exploring more sunken ships. I found another treasure map. The funny thing about this treasure is it led me right back to exactly where I spawned. There was some treasure underneath this island that was really hard to find, but the loot for this chest is actually insane. Speaking of insane, I found a spider jockey too. I left the island into this forest where I found some dogs trying to fight off a group of skeletons. I tried to tame him, no luck the first time, so we went back to battle, taking out the rest of the skeletons, and after that I was able to tame one of the dogs to be my own. Then out of nowhere, a mob of zombies just went crazy, so my dog had to help me out. I even tamed a second and a third dog to bring with me on our journey. It feels good to save them all. Well, time has gone by. I've been traveling a bit here on day 3, and I realized, well, my dogs are no longer following me, so it seems I have managed to lose all 3 of them. I went back out to the ocean. I found some drowned. A few of them actually had some tridents, so I thought it would be a good idea to try and take the tridents from them. I quickly learned how much damage these things actually do. This was going to be a battle to try and take these from them. They kept shooting out my boat from underneath me and then hitting me once again. I got pretty low right there. I managed to get away though. I got up close and personal with this baby drowned, and he started doing massive amounts of damage. One more hit and I was dead. But with enough perseverance, I was able to take him out once and for all. But he didn't drop the trident. Luckily, there was one more with a trident, so I went back to battle with it. I had a dolphin helping me out, luckily. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to swim close to this guy, but he just kept hitting me with these tridents, doing massive damage. But again, with enough perseverance, I pushed up close to him and I took him out. It looked like he dropped the trident, but unfortunately, it did not let me pick it up. I rode my boat until I found this nice cave entrance, so I rode my boat into the cave. This cave was absolutely massive. It had a mine shaft, so we headed on inside, looted some of the stuff. We found a double dungeon as well. This one had a cave spider spawner with another dungeon literally right next to it. These dang cave spiders got me down to half a heart. I healed myself and ran back into the dungeon, mining the spawner, looting the chest. I went back out to mine a single diamond. You know, I got the achievement diamonds, but it's so weird. There was only one diamond. You know, that makes sense. I mined some more diamonds, this time with an S, and I realized I had no wood, so I had to go back to the surface. So I went back up, I crafted myself a diamond sword and diamond chest plate. While exploring the snow plains, I found this really cool floating island in the sky. It really caught my attention. I took the waterfall up to the top, and I explored this little island. I thought this place was just so cool, especially the edge here, how you can just look off into the world. I think this might be a cool spot to stay for a day or two. I just wanted to quickly mention here, if you like the cloak that's on my back or the bandana on my head, I have those cosmetics and many more on the Lunar store. So if you'd like to get some of my cosmetics, you could check that out in the description below. I appreciate it. Nearby was a snow village, so I thought I would try and trade with some of these villagers. None of them wanted to trade with me, so I grabbed myself a fishing rod. There was a cat here that I wanted to tame, so we need to catch some fish, and that is exactly what I did. I got some fish. I found the cat I wanted to tame. I lured him in, and I gave him the fish, and I have my first pet that hopefully we can keep with us longer than 20 minutes. I climbed back up my waterfall to the top, bringing my cat with me, and we stared off into the clouds. What a nice day together with my new companion. It's gonna be a fun 100 days, my friend. Unfortunately, my ice had frozen, but luckily I had a second water bucket that would allow me to get back down, and underneath was just an unnatural amount of mobs. Look at all of these. Also, a side note, my heart rate monitor is on the screen right now. It will be coming and going throughout this 100 days, so you can keep an eye on my heart rate during intense moments. My next goal was to tame a horse, so I went out to the plains, found a few. I tamed the first horse I saw. It was actually a pretty decent one, but I honestly think I could get a better horse, so I tried yet another one. He was all right as well, until I finally found the right one for me, this gray one with the white spots. Not only did he run pretty fast, but he jumped high too. The way he's gray with the white spots, it just made me want to call him Ern. You know, like iron, but without the O. So we're gonna call him Ern. I rode Ern up on this hill and almost fell off to my death. Well, and his death too. And in the distance, I found a jungle temple. And again, as we're going towards the jungle temple, I almost fall into a cliff with our horse and die. I gotta be more careful on this thing. I rode it through this populated bamboo forest that took a minute, trust me. But we eventually got to the jungle temple. I haven't been one of these in a while. We went on inside and we checked out the chest. There was a really good power 4 book in there, as well as some gold. But when I got back outside, my horse Ern was nowhere to be found. I literally spent like 10 minutes looking for him. I've only been gone for a minute and this guy just disappears. How?
Later.
And after a bunch of time, I finally found him off in this jungle. I am not bringing my horse to the jungle anymore. I found this village off in the distance, and to get to that, I needed to cross this little river with my horse. And this is where everything got really crazy. There was mobs on the other side, and out of nowhere, a witch comes and tries to steal my horse. She's giving my horse buffs as if they're gonna be friends all of a sudden. So I had to take out all of these mobs in the area to finally get to the witch that tried to steal my horse away from me. I don't think so. We took out the witch and claimed my horse back. We rode him into the village and we slept the night away in one of the villagers' beds. Don't tell them. Day 14, I started off with having a skeleton shoot itself underwater. How awesome is that? Then I stole all of the bread from this village and crafted up a ton of food for myself. I finally found the cartographer I needed to try and get this woodland mansion map from him. We're gonna have to do a lot of trading, so I started trading some paper for some emeralds. I quickly realized I'm going to need a ton of sugar cane, so I went back out, got some more to trade. Eventually, I unlocked the Ocean Explorer map from the cartographer, and oh my goodness, why is there so many villagers here? And as this cat sprints past me, it looks like I found a cave that I wanted to explore, so I ran on in, grabbed some redstone to get the compass we needed to get this Ocean Explorer map. And we're back out to getting a ton more sugar cane. This is gonna take a while. A lot of sugar cane later, I've crafted up the paper and have done my trading, and I still need a lot more trading to go to level up this cartographer to get the woodland mansion map. So I went back out a few more days to get some sugar cane. I came across a desert temple, so I hopped on inside. And what do you know it? Once we got to the bottom, we found there was some diamond horse armor, some golden apples. This is a pretty good desert temple, not gonna lie. A ton of sugarcane and a ton of trading later. We have finally leveled up the apprentice into a journeyman. There is our woodland explorer map trade, but we needed another compass, so let's go quickly craft that and bring it back to the journeyman. And finally, we have our woodland explorer map, and we're on our way to completing one of my goals. I took out the map and had a look. There it is, the woodland mansion. This thing's going to be really far away, so we're going to have to go back and get our cat that's sitting on the sky island. Unfortunately, there's a giant ocean between here and that, so we had to leave our horse Ern behind for now. I came across an abandoned village. I've never seen one of these before, but the zombie villager just let me take all the loot. That was nice of him. More traveling later, I finally got back to the island in the sky. I climbed up the waterfall, climbed up the last little bit to reunite with my cat once and for all. I'm sorry I left you here for so long. I grabbed what I could from my chest of loot and I headed off back to the new area. I tested out my cat's ability to scare off some creepers. It looks like it's working pretty well, except the zombie villager that just does not care about him. Good job, buddy. And on the way back, I had just slept, and in the morning, a little parrot was flying around my area. I grabbed some seeds nearby and I tamed him, and now we have a pet parrot to bring back too. On the way back, I found a mineshaft chest literally on the surface. I've never seen anything like that before. And speaking of never seeing anything like that, how about this? A surface cave spider spawner. What is going on with this mineshaft? But I eventually made it all the way back to the village with our cat and our new pet parrot. We also had to go and rescue Ern and bring him back home, and there we have it, all three of our pets in one area at last. It's time to name our cat. I named him Chili because that is a cat I had back when I was a young kid. It was an orange tabby just like this one here, so you know what? We're gonna remind myself of my childhood with this. We also dropped a name tag on our boy Ern, and I also added this Power 4 book to our bow. Now it's OP. Right after, I found an iron golem that was literally dying. I had to save his life, so please don't spawn inside a block next time. I managed to lose Ern once again for a good 10 minutes. Like, I don't know how this guy keeps disappearing. I reunited with Ern. It is time to go and try and find this woodland mansion. I found a new dog that I tamed out in the wild. We're gonna need you to name this one in the comments section below. I woke up after sleeping to a rabbit's foot in my inventory. That must mean I'm very lucky right now. And after a lot more travel, you could see the map is starting to populate. That means we're getting close to the woodland mansion. I came across a village that I did some quick trades at, and we pushed past it, eventually finding our woodland mansion. And check out just how giant this cave is right outside the mansion. That is actually insane. We got a better look of the outside before heading on in on our horse. It's awfully quiet in here. I don't like that. And out of nowhere, a baby zombie came to attack me. I think I am angering the people here. The Vindicators are starting to attack me as I start to clear out this woodland mansion. I found this really weird jail room that I wasn't sure about going in, so I left the area to take out some more Vindicators. Exploring one of the back rooms, I found a chest, and inside of it was an enchanted golden apple. And you know what that means? We have completed one of my goals on this 100 days, just like that, finding one of the rarest items in the game. I did not expect to find it in this mansion, I'll be honest. I found a room with an evoker that was spawning a bunch of Vexes. I had no idea how strong these guys were, so I stayed at a distance using my bow to take them out. Eventually, I took out the evoker, leaving this enchanted skeleton behind. I think he thought we were friends or something, and we have finally gotten our very own Totem of Undying, which is crucial in hardcore mode. I then found a room with a literal chicken inside of it. That is quite strange. But we found yet another evoker. This time, I found out how strong these Vexes are. They're doing quite a bit of damage every hit. I soon was overwhelmed by these Vexes. I had to escape this woodland mansion or I was going to die. Look how many of them are just spawning non-stop. I finally found the evoker that was spawning them and I took him out, but these Vexes were just absolutely overrunning me. More and more were spawning. I had to get the heck out of here. I hopped on my horse and ran away. Little did I know they were actually following me this whole time. They got me down to 3 hearts. Luckily, I had some golden apples. As I was headed back to my camp, I realized a zombie was attacking my dog and he has been taken out. Are you kidding me? Rest in peace to our doggo. Back to battling Vexes, I found out there was still an evoker inside. That's why they kept spawning. I eventually battled through everything and took out the evoker. I had to run back and get his totem totem whilst avoiding all of these vexes on the way out. There's a good 10 of them following me right now, just everywhere, which actually led me to believe that there was another evoker inside, and there somehow was. I went back inside, and as you can see, there's just tons of vindicators guarding this guy. Luckily, there was a hole in the floor that I could jump through, or else I probably would have died. I took out the evoker, which I think was the last one, and as we were going back upstairs, this vindicator got me to literally 1 heart. Almost died right there. And as if almost dying once wasn't enough, these vexes hit me back to 1 heart again. I was truly panicking at this point, thinking I was gonna have to use all of my totems, but I eventually found the hole in the floor once again, and with a few hearts remaining, I was able to escape back outside. I healed myself back up, and I found out that these jail cells were actually holding allays. So I opened all the doors, freeing the allays to help me out as I take out the rest of the mobs in this woodland mansion. I'm pretty sure I had cleared everything out until I heard a bunch of mobs and what was a secret room behind this wall. There's just a ton of mobs in there. We took them all out and we went on inside. It actually was a secret tree room with an efficiency 1 iron axe. Thank you. And it's time to celebrate clearing out this woodland mansion. We have taken over the bedroom. Let's go ahead and plop down this. And there we have a night's rest well earned. The next morning, it was time to go back into the cave to mine some resources. And while I was doing that, I found yet another dungeon. Inside had a golden apple and name tag. I'm really getting these name tags together for naming my pets. Another golden apple later, I headed out of that dungeon and finally found the diamonds I was looking for. And as I was leaving the cave, I started fighting a skeleton, and what do you know? A random creeper comes and nearly just kills me. If it wasn't for that totem I picked up earlier, that would have been the end of the video right there. Let's all thank Mojang for adding totems into Minecraft. They just saved my series. Almost had to use yet another totem because... yet again, there's a creeper right over here. I thought it was my parrot once again, so I didn't even look. And as we were exploring the world, I heard a meow. And that was a familiar meow, one from my old cat, Chili. I thought we had lost him forever, so it's so great to be reunited with him. Take a look at this terrain. Does this not remind you of the Farlands? Like how you could see through the cliff and stuff? It got my attention either way, so I went on inside. And again, I just keep finding dungeons. These things are magnets to me. And again, I get some more golden apples and name tags. I was able to find a lot more diamonds in this cave, and what do you know? Another zombie dungeon. Like, I just cannot not find dungeons at this point. And just like clockwork, I found yet another dungeon. This one was attached to like a mine shaft. Too bad I'm not getting any enchanted books. That would be nice. I found a mine shaft chest back here that had a couple diamonds in it. I had around 30 diamonds at this point, so I figured it was time to leave the cave. And I dug straight up into a village. How rare is that? On my way back, I found another dog that I just had to tame since we unfortunately lost the last one. Comment down below what you think this dog should be named. And I put some of those saddles and new horse armor to use, and I tamed a new horse on the way back home. He was really fast. I finally made it back home, and we got to crafting our enchantment table. It was time to get some good enchants going. I made some diamond leggings, diamond boots, and a diamond helmet to complete my diamond armor set. I started enchanting them all with protection 1. And there we have it, a full set of protection 1 diamond armor. Throw in a sharpness 1 diamond sword and some golden apples, and we're ready to go. I didn't realize I had lost my cat again, so I went out to try and find him, and luckily I was able to find him and bring him back once and for all. Stop leaving my side, Chili, please. I wanted to name my new horse Tootsie Roll, and as I was doing the name tag, a skeleton came out of nowhere and just shot my cat, and for that I had to take him out, of course. We named our horse Tootsie Roll because, well, that's what he looks like. If you know, you know. I couldn't forget the first dog we had that unfortunately passed under this tree here, so we made him a nice little gravestone, complete with a bone inside and a sign on the outside. If you made it to this point, comment RIP Doggo. I had to go into a cave to get some more obsidian, and as I was going down, I figured out what the deep dark was for the first time. My entire screen went black a couple times, and I just started panicking. I mined into a wall, and that was the last time I ever entered the deep dark. I mined my obsidian and got the heck out of there. And like I was saying before, our parrot is back to the trolling with the creeper noises. I've already gotten blown up like 3 times. Why are you doing this, man? Yo, chill out, man. That's a 4th time now. I used the obsidian we mined to make another portal, and we're heading on in for the first time. Hope this is a good spawn. And here we are in the Nether. I need to mine some quartz to get my levels up. And as I was mining some quartz, I turned around and I saw a bastion right in front of where I spawned. As I was trying to take out one of the guardians of the bastion, I accidentally attacked a pigman. And well, you know that was a bad idea because, yeah, there's like 30 pigmen chasing me now. So I left the Nether back into the overworld. Some actually followed me through, but I went back in and devised a plan to take out all of these pigmen, which just was building up on 2 blocks and killing them that way. I went into the bastion and I started sniping out all of these guards. That was probably the best way I was going to take them out because they do huge damage. I started looting their chests and I took their gold and started trading them to try and get some ender pearls that we need later on. We finally made it to the bottom of the bastion where the gold jackpot was, including a chest with some diamond armor. I mined out all of their gold and used it to trade back to them. And after a long time trading, we finally managed to get 5 ender pearls. I know, it's not very much, to be honest. This ghast was annoying me, so I hit him with the return to sender achievement just like that. And I found the weirdest zombie piglin that just said, "Suh." So I said, "Suh." He must have been the weirdest piglin ever because I threw down a piece of gold and no matter what, I could not get him to leave the top of this nether portal. Like, dude, there's literally gold like 3 steps away and you don't want it? You literally attacked me over this, but now you don't want it. You make no sense to me, man. What is going on with you? I was determined to get this guy to trade for some gold, so I built up to him and threw it literally 1 block away and he still had none of it. He would only take it if I gave it to him on top of the nether portal. That was just the weirdest trading experience ever. Look at all this gold. He just does not want it at all. Certified bruh moment. And as I was leaving, I really thought this piglin was about to follow me into the overworld. He walked all the way up and then just trolled me. But we're back home organizing my chest. And again, there is a creeper that sneaks up on me. That is probably like 5 or 6 now. I'm blaming it on my parrot. And speaking of my parrot, it's time to name him. We name tagged him Creeper because, well, he's been making way too many creeper noises. He's an honorary creeper at this point. He's even green too. It's time to upgrade my sword to some sharpness 2, and we named it the Saucy Slicer. We also named our pickaxe and our bow Pew Pew. And you wouldn't believe it, as I was checking out my tools, look who was behind me. Another creeper, man. Like, I think my parrot is literally calling them over. I've had it with these creepers, man. Get out of here. Next, it was time to torch up the entire woodland mansion to stop these mobs from spawning inside. I brought all of my pets to my bedroom, and I made a nice level 30 enchantment setup. It's time to start getting some good enchants, but I'm going to need level 30, of course. So I went back into the nether to mine a ton of nether quartz. I found a bunch of endermen in this biome that I just made angry for some reason. I started attacking way too many, and I thought I was going to die here. There was like 5 endermen chasing me. Luckily, I mined into the wall and was able to kill them, getting 5 ender pearls. Bring all my XP back home. We have enchanted our first level 30 pickaxe. Efficiency 4, fortune 3. Enchanting some books, we got a sharpness 4, meaning we could make a sharpness 5 sword. So we enchanted the sword and got looting 3 as well, sharpness 4. We took our book and we combined it for a sharpness 5, looting 3. We got some pretty OP tools now. Back into the nether, I'm looking for some ancient debris as well as some more levels. A bit more mining and we have found some ancient debris. One of my goals is of course to get full netherite, so we're going to need a lot more where that came from. Luckily, I was able to find even more. Took the ancient debris back home, smelted it up, and got our first netherite ingot, which we combined with our pickaxe to get the grape apple pick 2.0. Back into the cave to mine some more diamonds that we're going to need for our full netherite armor. I upgraded my sword even more and headed back into the nether to get some XP to fix my pickaxe. I did some enchanting, got an unbreaking power 4 bow, which I combined the 2 to get power 5 unbreaking 3. I went back to the nether to get even more XP. I took out this ghast who was annoying me, and as I was running to the edge, well, I just fell off a cliff and landed on literally 1 heart. It doesn't get any luckier than that. I got back to mining some more nether quartz to try and fix my pick again to find out it's too expensive. So I just enchanted another one and I got the same enchant somehow. Back to mining a bunch more ancient debris to get this flame book enchant, which I added to my bow. Next, I was gathering a bunch of red flowers for some dye. I found a horse out in the wild, so I had to tame it to find out this is the world's slowest horse in Minecraft. Minecraft. Like, I am not kidding. A sheep could probably run faster than this horse. It also has the world's smallest jump, too. I think running on foot could actually be faster than this horse. I've never seen anything this slow before. I just have to keep this horse because it's actually so bad that it's good. I had to get back to shearing a bunch of sheep. My plan is to replace all of the carpet inside the woodland mansion from red to some purple carpets. We're gonna make this woodland mansion my own, so we really need to shear a lot of sheep. I got distracted by taming a donkey who was actually faster and jumped higher than that horse we just had. I'll come back for this horse later, but we're gonna use the donkey for now since it can hold a chest full of wool. I brought a ton of wool back home. It's time to start getting to work on getting these purple carpets, and it's time to get started. This is going to take a long time, but it will all be worth it once we make this woodland mansion our own. Started ripping up the carpets and replacing them with the purple ones. It's already looking a lot better. I quickly ran out of carpet though, so we went back out to shearing a ton more sheep. I brought the fast horse this time, and after many days of shearing sheep, we have finally finished replacing these carpets in this mansion. We replaced the bed as well, and here we go, a nice run through of the mansion. Take a look at this glorious purple carpet. After these 100 days, I plan on replacing all of the wood with quartz and other blocks too. We're gonna completely redo this mansion, so be sure to leave a like and comment down below if you want to see me remodel the whole thing. Back to the nether, we need a lot more quartz for XP and to build later on. We eventually found a nether fortress, which is what we needed to get some wither skeletons. I still need to fight the wither. We jumped in this nether fortress. We found some wither skeletons right away. Unfortunately, they didn't drop anything, so I went to keep exploring the fortress, and eventually I killed a wither skeleton that dropped one. We got myself some blaze rods as well from this blaze spawner, and back to fighting more wither skeletons. Eventually we got a second wither skull, and with enough time passing by, we eventually got the third wither skeleton skull we needed. We can now craft a wither boss. Back home, to use a lot of that XP on enchanting my diamond armor, I got a protection 4 helmet and chest plate that I'm going to use to fight this wither. So we jumped back down into the cave and found a nice little area to summon and fight the wither. Let's go ahead and place the soul sand, make some space around this guy. I'm a little bit nervous here, but here we go. The third skull has been placed, and here we go. The wither battle is about to start. Stand back and use my bow. Here goes the wither fight. Let's stand back and use our OP bow to try and avoid the damage of the wither. I got a bunch of good shots off, but he did get close to me, so I had to run away. He eventually hit me, which got me worried that I was going to die, so I got a little bit further away to use the bow some more. Until he was in sword mode, we rushed on in and started using our sword. I was doing some good damage, but so was he. I was a bit worried for my health. I got down to only 3.5 hearts. We ate a golden apple, and we got back to attacking him, but he's still taking a lot of hits, doing damage, and eventually we have taken out the wither. One of my objectives have been completed. We got the nether star. We went back home to craft some eyes of ender. One of my last goals, of course, is to get to the end, so I had to upgrade a bunch of my gear to netherite, and it's time that we place down our beacon that we got from that nether star. I went into one of the rooms, and I turned this conference room into a nice beacon room instead. We summoned a nice speed 1 effect from our beacon, and that is just so nice. Now begins my journey to try and find the end portal. We threw out some eyes of ender until we eventually went past where we were going. The pearls were sending me backwards and eventually straight down. So I started digging straight down until we found the stronghold. I went on inside. It was time to try and find this portal room. Not before I got a little bit of loot first, but behind this door, there it is, the end portal room we have been searching for. I started putting in all of my eyes of ender, and there we have it. The portal is lit, and we are just about ready to go in. Well, here goes nothing. Let's fight the Ender Dragon. Here we are in the end. All of the 100 days have led up to this moment right here. It is time to see if we can take out the Ender Dragon. We made it up to the surface, and we started taking out the pillars that were healing him one at a time. We got the second one just like that. We shoot out a third one, and another one sniped down, and yet another one is gone. Getting up close to this next one, and finally taking out a few more. I believe that is all of the healing posts taken freaking out. And it's time to start sniping the dragon with this overpowered bow. He eventually came down to sword distance, and I started swinging my sword at him, doing some good damage. He flicked me away, but luckily I had a water bucket. We're back to sniping the dragon with our OP bow. This thing is doing some damage, but it looks like so is his dragon's breath. We got him down one more time, swung my sword a few more times, and there we have it. We have defeated the Ender Dragon on day 99 in Minecraft Hardcore. Oh my gosh, it feels so good to finally have done this. Give me all of that XP because, well, we're gonna need it in a second here. There's still one goal we haven't done, but before that, let's quickly grab this dragon egg using the torch trick. And there we go. We have our very own dragon egg. Let's get the heck out of the end now. Day 100, we still need our full netherite armor to complete the last goal. But before we do that, let's drop the egg off in our bedroom. It's time to upgrade a bunch of our tools that we can use beyond these 100 days. And I went back into the nether to find some more ancient debris. And that is exactly what I did. Mined a lot to find a lot. We got all of the ancient debris we needed, so we went back and smelted it all up, crafting some netherite ingots to finally get the full set of netherite gear, getting us the cover me in debris challenge completed, which was one of my final goals in the 100 days. Quickly, I'm going to need you all to name this donkey. Leave a comment down below if you made it this far. But we're heading back into our room to end off this 100 days. It has been so much fun. By the way, we need you all to name the dog in the comments section too. But there we have it. 100 days has been completed. We completed all of the goals I set out for myself. I really hope you did all enjoy this. I look forward to continuing this hardcore series, and we're going to start by remodeling this entire woodland mansion. So if you do leave a like, it will get us closer to our goal of making that happen. Also leave a comment down below letting me know if you want more of these. And other than that, I of course wanted to remind you all, stay positive, keep a smile on your faces. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.